1 to go. In
Fourth
day
quarter.
one
It's the fourth quarter for us.
of the Chipotle Clash of Champions. Back on No Fans in the Stands TV, it's Nick Magus, Rick Malnati, and Joe Henriksen. This one, the 6th seed Fenwick takes the floor, facing off against the Mundelein Mustangs, grabbing the 3 seed. The winner of this will take the winner of our big upset of the day, DePaul Prep, knocking off the 2 seed Whitney Young just a few moments ago. And there's a look at the bracket right now. Chipotle Clash of Champions, our last game right here on No Fans in the Stands TV.
Our last game of No Fans in the Stands.
That's right.
The band's breaking up.
The last 4 teams remaining, plus the championship game, will be live tomorrow on ESPN3. But tonight, 1 to go. Mundelein and Fenwick coming your way. We'll start with the Mustangs.
Well, let's talk about the Mustangs, Joe. A huge injury last week.
Yeah, I'd love to be breaking down Connor Enright's game right now, but
instead of breaking down his ankle.
He is going to be out. He's kind of the catalyst. He makes the team go.
Competitor.
Point guard, tough, brings some intangibles. He is out for the rest of the year, so that's
rest of the year. There's 2 days left. One day.
Huge blow. That's a huge blow. Trey Baker, Jack Bikus, obviously are veteran guys.
All these guys are veteran guys.
Yeah, we'll talk a lot about that, as far as what this season and what this 2-year run has meant to Mundelein and that community. But Enright, obviously a big loss. Scotty Abube, the big man, 6'8", head to Southern Illinois. He is your traditional big man. Big body, on the block, takes up space. Offensive game is still developing, a little bit raw. But in the high school game, hey, that kind of size can be difference-making. And, of course, Fenwick, you got a star. You got Bryce Hopkins, arguably the,
Player of the Year candidate, Joe.
No question. Coming off a huge week Bryce has had. He's had just a brilliant career, particularly since his sophomore year, putting up numbers. And then a big junior class at Fenwick that just kind of fills their roles, does their job, surrounding their superstar.
And, you talk about missing pieces. Fenwick lost 2 kids to the football season. So they're without Max Reese and Ian Pugh. 2 big pieces for Fenwick, not only this year, but going forward. 2 more juniors, Division I football players. So how do you break it down?
Well, it starts with Bryce Hopkins. What kind of defensive game plan scheme do they have to contain a player that can do so many things to hurt you? He's a point forward. He can kill you on the block. I love his size, his hands. It's just really a tough matchup in high school basketball. I don't know what Mundelein will do.
Well, most teams double and triple team Bryce. Does Mundelein need to do that with Abube?
Well, Bryce is going to you can't guard Abube out in the perimeter guarding Bryce Hopkins. Bryce Hopkins is just going to straight line drive Abube to death. So, like I said, he is a mismatch nightmare. And, Fenwick in the last game we did, they knocked down perimeter shots the whole game. So that's a deadly combination of Fenwick's making shots, hitting threes with Bryce Hopkins.
Yeah, and Bryce, like I said, maybe on an earlier telecast, is when he was a freshman and DJ was a sophomore at Fenwick. And DJ, world-class shooter. But Bryce, a lot of times, was the best shooter in the gym. So he's got the ability. And here we go, right away to Bryce Hopkins.
That's
you get him on the block, baby. Hard to guard.
Hopkins spinning baseline just like that, 15 seconds in the game. It's a 2-0 lead for the Friars. Now Baker dialing it up from deep. Back of the iron, no good. Atade down with the rebound. Now Rooney, he knocks it home.
And Rooney's starting in place of the injured Connor Enright. And Coach Bagley says he could really shoot the basketball. They don't even have Abube guarding Bryce.
No, you can't have Abube guarding Bryce.
Oh, great
Hopkins
back
draws
cut.
a double team. Jewett tried to go up and under, had it blocked, and Abube picks up his first foul. Didn't like the call.
Denham's a good-looking junior. You know, a point guard with size, lefty. You know, I think if he improves his shot, Joe, he's got a chance.
Well, this junior group for Fenwick just gives you all kinds of different pieces. I think Stan Peck's did a good job of kind of putting them in position to do what he needs them to do in terms of, you know, finding their roles, making the most of that, because it's tough when you sometimes everybody thinks you have a superstar, and to build those pieces around them takes some work, some management.
Yeah, Bike is going to handle the ball a lot more with Enright out.
Jewett made them both, puts the Friars back up by 1. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. First touch for Abube, and he goes right at Geezer off the glass and in.
That was a big boy move right there, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, you look, his body strength, lower body, he's immovable, man. You can't move him.
Stevenson threw it off the bottom of the rim. Here come the Mustangs. And it's Sam Atade, the first time we've said his name today, the beneficiary. It's a 7-4 lead.
Atade's best sport's football, and you can tell by looking at the kid. He's just in there getting in Bryce's chin.
Daring Jewett to shoot the ball. That time he threw it away. Bickus down the floor, all the way to the rim. Up and under is good. 9-4 and a hot start for the Mustangs after Fenwick got the first 2 points of the ball game.
A lot of pace to this game.
You know, of all the teams in this tournament, guys, I really believe that Mundelein kind of feels like they have the most to prove. They're the 3 seed, but they're a program that hasn't been in the limelight, hasn't been in the headlines. A lot of these programs have been playing huge, big, high-profile games for the last 2 years. Mundelein, this is their opportunity, their chance, and I think a lot of people, you know, once the Connor Enright news kind of leaked out this week, we talked about it on our No Shot Clock podcast. All right, Mundelein's done. So I think they got a little chip on their shoulder, and they're showing right now they're playing with a ton of energy.
Well, these guys have played together, I think, since 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. You know, so you got all kinds of chemistry. I know Baker had left for a little second to go to Stevenson and then went back to home. Fenwick throwing a little 1-3-1 at him.
Pass goes into the corner. It's Rooney. Now a long cross-court toss. Good grab by Bickus. Now inside to Abube. Fought for on the floor, and it's picked up by Hopkins. Hopkins will draw so much attention on the offensive side of the ball. This time he goes to the rim and is fouled.
There's where you see that mismatch problem, though. I mean, Bryce Hopkins just took him off the dribble, off the bounce. Then once he gets to the rim, uses that big body and gets himself to the line. Bryce Hopkins will live at the line, I think, in this game.
And how about Abube picking up just two fouls in the first 2.5 minutes?
Wow, that's big.
If Fenwick can get him in foul trouble early, this game is as
good
as over.
That's his second foul. He is in foul trouble. Was that his second foul?
That is his second foul.
I'm surprised he's still in the game.
Here he comes now.
Ty Manning, a junior.
Manning.
They just go a little smaller here, and now Bryce definitely has a big advantage.
Well, you're looking at a Mundelein team now without Scotty Abube
They're
and
two best
Enright.
players. Well, the key to Fenwick is how hard are they going to play defense. When they play defense, they're hard to beat. Again, they're in that 1-3-1. Going to create opportunities probably for Baker to get a shot off. Got to play 1-3-1 with high hands. That's one thing he can't do. Atade cannot shoot the basketball.
But Jack Bickus can, bearing the triple and extending the lead back to 7 for the Mustangs. Hawkins is going to take this to the rim. Denies the screen from Adai all the way to the basket. Won't go.
Oh,
the
look
follow.
At him. Look at how big and strong and tenacious. He gets so many offensive rebounds off of his missed shots. He stays after it.
Well, what you'll notice, too, in this game as you watch, whether it be a loose ball on the ground off the glass, his hands.
He's got
great,
huge hands,
and they're terrific hands. Soft hands. I've always noticed that just in terms of, a huge attribute to Bryce Hopkins' game.
Yeah, and his leadership ability has really picked up a notch, especially as he knows his senior year is coming to an end.
Yeah, he wants it as much as anybody on the floor. Getting after his teammates as they head into the break here. Mask timeout with 4 minutes to play.
Mundelein,
4.5 minutes to play.
Tough spot though. I mean, it's fortunately they've kind of built this little bit of a lead here, but you're talking about going the better part of the first half now without Abube on the floor.
Well, I don't know if you completely take Abube out for the whole half.
No. I just mean, they're going to sit him out
for sure for the first quarter, right?
And that's going to be 6 minutes of this game already without your presence. And it just,
and
what
your
it does,
point guard.
Well, it just creates so much opportunity, driving lanes, get to that's what his presence defensively with Bryce Hopkins. It's huge for them, and it's not there anymore.
Well, I would not be surprised if Bryce puts a 30-piece on these guys tonight. I mean, he looks destined to just put up big numbers today. Can they guard? Can Fenwick guard the basketball? With those two juniors out playing football, their bench is a little bit slimmer. They're playing guys big minutes. Big challenge.
Hopkins completes the three-point play. The Friars back within 4.5 minutes to go in the first.
Too
Down
easy.
the lane goes Bicus, and that was a contested layup. I don't know how easy that was,
well,
but a good
I don't
finish.
think, I'm saying easy because they let him go with his right hand.
He's been aggressive, Bicus. Very aggressive.
Geezer's been quiet the last couple of times we've seen him. Hopkins missed the shot there. Here comes Bicus once again. Rooney on the wing. Going inside with the left hand is Baker.
Okay, Baker goes left, Bicus goes right. You got to know who you're guarding.
16-8 in favor of the Mustangs. Hopkins got a screen, passed it into the corner for Jewett. Jewett follows his own miss and puts it home.
Yeah. They need to stop. Fenwick needs to stop. Been too easy for Mundelein. And Mundelein's been hitting everything they've shot.
Mundelein can score points. I mean,
Yeah.
Trey Baker, Bicus, even without Enright. I mean, you've got some scoring weapons. It's just that you take Enright out of that piece, and it's just it's a huge hole to fill.
And you got a confident group. They're used to winning. They haven't lost much the last 2 years.
They set a school record last year with 30 wins. We'll talk a little bit more about that program and just kind of where they've come from a little bit later throughout this game. But
were they still alive at COVID last year?
Yeah, they were playing for their first sectional championship.
That from Trey Baker.
Might give them 4 for that.
They should. Shot that all the way from back home in Mundelein. And it's a 9-point lead for the Mustangs.
He's an undersized scorer, Baker, and headed to Maryville Division II.
Geezer couldn't answer as that one rolled in and out.
Geezer's one of the best shooters in the state. Can really fill it up.
Bicus spun inside and lost it out of bounds.
Good move by Bicus.
Bicus is not messing around.
No, he's here to play. I think Fenwick might have underestimated him a little bit because in the games I saw, he never had the ball in his hands much.
Hopkins draws a double team out to Stevenson for 3. That's way off the mark and out of bounds.
But Bryce made the right play there. Got his teammate an open jumper.
Well, Rick, when you've coached, and I don't know how many times a top player had gone down, But that immediate reaction, the immediate opportunities that new players have, sometimes you don't feel the effect until later sometimes. Have you experienced that at any point when you were coaching?
Well,
Look at this kid, Trey Baker, flying under the radar in the early going, but with 2 big buckets in the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, after I stopped crying, you know, usually kids usually step up to the plate. You know, kids.
Nice finish there off the pass from Stevenson.
Kids exceed, you know, your expectations sometimes, especially when one of their team. If you're a tight-knit group, you know, and this Mundelein team's a tight-knit group, just too easy.
Baker goes inside and gets fouled.
Yeah, they're getting way too much easy at the basket right now.
But this has been Fenwick's kind of MO. Every game they've been in has been a close game, but they're going to wind up giving up 25 points here in an 8-minute quarter. Can't win many games at that pace. They got to dig in, decide they're going to guard. Then they're a high-level team.
Baker made the first, missed the second. Bryce Hopkins wants it himself, gets it himself.
Okay, talk to me about him compared to Corey Maggette, Joe.
Well, the question I have, we had a question on our podcast. Is he the best Catholic League player since Corey Maggette?
Charles Matthews.
Charles Matthews.
Vic Law was pretty good.
Jerome Randall, Nate Minoy, Colin Falls. But, no, I mean, the difference between Corey Maggette and Bryce Hopkins is elite athleticism. Corey Maggette was off the charts
He was
athletic.
off the charts. He was a man-child.
Yeah. So that's
Bryce shoots it.
That's the biggest difference.
Bryce shoots it at that age better. Corey turned into a better three-point shooter later on.
Right, yep.
Bryce handles it better, passes it better.
Bryce is more skilled as a passer, handle. You know, similar size. I mean, Corey was just they're about both 6'6", 6'7". But I mean, as you look and compare, when you talk about prospects, you know, the first thing that you see in that NBA, you know, is shooting and elite athleticism. And those are 2 things Bryce is going to have to kind of show over the course of his career at Kentucky.
35 seconds to go. Fenwick down 10. I think they're going to take one shot. Geezer and Madej are going to space the floor a little bit. Both can shoot it. They got Colin McHugh in. They're going to have to run 2 at Bryce. Bryce has a tendency to kind of pull up and shoot from perimeter shots right now.
He struggled to make those in the past couple of weeks. We'll see what he's able to do here.
Pass.
Passes it off.
Great
Stevenson
pass.
for 3. Doesn't go. Tipped around is the rebound and out of bounds. They'll stay with Fenwick. Geezer to inbound. 2.9 seconds on the clock.
Fenwick likes faking a handoff on this play to Bryce, having Geezer run around. They fake a handoff.
Bryce has to get it up.
Oh, he got fouled.
Yeah,
yes, he did, but no call.
Hey, give me a graphic, Tommy. Do we got a graphic? No graphics?
We'll see if we can do it.
We got to talk about our new partners, Flood Disposable. The Flood Brothers.
Perfect timing, too.
Look at this. The Flood Brothers. Garbage call of the game.
Was just
Bryce
there.
Hopkins got mauled going to the rim, and they let it go. Play on. Okay, I love that graphic. Great job, Tom. Tommy Molitor spinning the dials from Dot Productions. Lou Malnati's proud sponsor of No Fans in the Stands TV.
I went one too many pieces of pizza.
You can never
Between the
do that,
games.
Joe. You can never go one too many.
Joe can, trust me.
Is it one too many better than one too few?
Not when you're sitting through a broadcast with a mask on.
I'll tell you, I'm heading to Arizona, and I don't think I'm going to have a bathing suit on, Joe. I think I'm pushing about 2 bills right now. I might get one of those old-fashioned bathing suits with the top and the bottom.
What? That must be old fashioned.
I don't know what that
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The old-fashioned with the,
I got a swimming pool. I want to pull one out.
the old-fashioned the old-fashioned bathing suits that those guys in the 1920s wore with covered up your belly.
All right.
wasn't alive
Okay,
then.
my
sorry.
bad. I used to think 1920 wasn't that long ago. Now I'm looking, it's been 100 years. Where's time going, Joe?
I don't know. I see you in that suit. I'm singing my Tell Me Why song.
Tell me why. My wife's saying that right now. Tell me why. Yeah, I got to start exercising. Overrated. Okay, Joe, I'm throwing a question out at you right now. Let me give you a question. Let me give you a question. Where are my questions? I wrote up a million questions to ask you.
Quarter's almost over.
How do you make high school basketball better?
Shot clock.
Shot clock. Quick answer. Quick answer.
What did you expect him to say?
Shot clock would help. No, I mean, the IHSA, they need to market the sport better.
How? Tell me how.
Well, first of all, organization-wise, just being able to, the scheduling and knowing who's playing where and when and scores and to generate interest in that way. I mean, it's just
how about more than one newspaper covering the sport?
Well, that's another part. That's really hurt. The coverage area is the coverage of high school basketball has gone south big time.
That's Geezer, the fadeaway three right in front of the Mundelein bench.
Anytime a guy turns down a screen, you got to expect that back screen coming from the opposite direction. They did a great job executing, and Geezer did a great job shooting it in. Mundelein was going to try and back cut right there. Looks like Fenwick's defense picked up a little bit. Colin McHugh giving him a little juice.
Baker going inside, hits the deck hard and is fouled. And I think one of the things, to your point, Joe, about the popularity of high school basketball, part of the problem is that newspapers are dying, if not, in many cases, already dead. And still the only place that prep sports are covered are in newspapers. So for every other sport, you have the mediums shifted, whether it's television, whether it's an app, whatever the case may be, magazines, whatnot. And with prep sports, especially here in Illinois, the focus is still on newspapers, and people just aren't getting them and reading them like they used to.
Yeah, there's a long list of reasons why things have gone on a decline. Four-class basketball. I mean, there's a lot of things why the average fan has shrunk.
Baker finds the back of the rim. That's McHugh picking it up.
Oh.
And he foul on the floor.
Colin got the benefit there.
Yep.
That's a kid that came in as a freshman at Fenwick. High ceiling, and then he just been hurt, like 2.5 years being hurt. But that kid would have been an all-conference player if he would have stayed healthy. Big IQ. I think right now just lacks a little confidence.
At the inbound to the corner. Madej tries to get it over the top and poked away.
If he made a good
By
pass
Sam
there, that
Matade.
was cookies for Bryce.
Yeah, throw that up. Let him go get it.
Madej's also been quiet so far. He hit 5 threes in the first
Watch
half.
a fake handoff.
In that win over DePaul, but
gotta
scoreless so
cut.
far.
You gotta
Bryce draws 2 defenders, kicks out to Jewett. Here's Madej. No good.
Good hustle by McHugh, and better hustle by Mundelein. Loose
Fight
ball.
for it on the floor.
Fumble.
McHugh came up with it, but the ball belongs to the Mustangs. Inside 7 minutes to play. It's a 7-point lead for Mundelein.
Mundelein's been one of the real good stories of high school basketball the last 2 years. It's a program, before Matt Basley arrived, the 4 years prior, Rick, they went 2-26, 3-27, 2-27, 4-26. So it's been one of the biggest turnarounds in high school basketball, which, last year, a school record 30 wins. They've never won a sectional championship.
Wow.
And
even when they had Brent Brust.
Ben Brust, my favorite Mundelein player of all time. It's a long list of Mundelein players. But last year they're playing for the sectional final before COVID ended everything.
Who are they playing?
Stevenson, I think.
Oh, okay. I had seen that game earlier in the year. Good.
Jewett just snapped that inside to Bryce and too hot for number 23 to handle.
If Bryce doesn't catch it, it's a bad pass.
Well, that's that first game we talked about, the last game we talked about, just that entry pass, just having that feel for that pass. It's something that seems like it would be easy in the game, and it's just missing.
Yeah, let's go back to Coach Bagley, because between his coaching job at Mundelein, he was 15 years between his last head coaching job. That's a pretty unusual. How many guys do you know that did that, Joe?
Never.
That gives me hope.
Bike is the kick out to Manning.
Sit out another 10 years, you'll be ready to go.
Off the rim, picked up by Atade, had it blocked by Hopkins.
Too big.
Abube still on the bench for Mundelein, but they hold on to a 7-point lead without their best player. Their best player, at least, that's eligible for this game.
With their most highly recruited player. Doesn't mean he's the best high school player.
Well, I mean, Abube went out with about 6 minutes left in the first quarter. So he played about 8 minutes without Abube, well, and right? And they've maintained this 7, 8, 9-point lead without them. So he's going to buy minutes. Badger will buy as many minutes as he can in this half without playing the big man.
There's Geezer for 3. No, rebound Hopkins. Just cleaning up the glass is Bryce Hopkins. Now working on Atade. And you got to believe he wants to take this one himself.
Oh,
shakes his
nice
defender,
move.
fires away. Yes,
What
he did.
a nice move. 6'7", and he can do that? Come on, Joe.
Well,
How do you guard that?
when Bryce Hopkins, not only with the move, but with the shot, if he's making that shot, he's unguardable.
Baker's been quick to the rim as well. He got fouled on the floor.
Well, now all of a sudden they're in the bonus. They have not scored this quarter. Fenwick had given up 24 points
With a minute left in the first.
and now Mundelein's been stuck on 24.
Baker ends the drought with a free throw.
Baker can score.
Oh, he's wired to score. He's
I think Maryville?
in Division II.
Yeah.
Down in St. Louis.
25-20 Mustang lead.
Oh, they got 3 guys around Bryce now.
Yeah, they do.
They're
Someone
daring
needs to make a
Daniel to
shot.
shoot. Denham to shoot.
He thought about it, passed it up.
Yeah, Denham's got to use his dribble penetration, his size. Fenwick's kind of stagnant right now.
Hopkins has it with Atade one-on-one.
They're standing around and they're letting people double team Bryce because there's not a lot of movement.
And Jewett traveled. Tried to put it on the floor, tried to pass it away. Couldn't make up his mind, and he walked. So in a 5-point deficit, the Friars head to the bench for the mask timeout.
You know, back to Mundelein though, it's a one community high school, one high school in a community. It's that group of players that was in the community kind of playing together. Everybody was gearing up for these 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's what's really hard. I mean, it's hard for everyone, but certain teams, where you're not rolling every year, the community's not fired up about it. You know, they were primed and ready to, it wasn't guaranteed of them getting to Peoria last year, but
they had a chance.
They had a chance, and it was legit.
They had a chance again
Your
this year.
preseason top 10 this year. So, and a program to never have won a sectional title, it's, you just take a look at these group of teams. It's probably the only team that's, hasn't won one in this group of teams that are playing. So you feel bad for the Mundelein community, high school, and the athletic program, just for being able to rally around this team and not being able to fully do it. So it is a good opportunity here today to play against one of the, another ranked high-profile program and one of the top players in the country, Bryce Hopkins, who, is a special high school basketball player.
And that's, when you talk about creating the tournament, giving these seniors a chance for some finality. Not that it's a state tournament, not that it feels like a state tournament. You don't get to win the regional and the sectional and stuff before you get here. You don't get the school behind you. But it's like a great Christmas tournament where like a Proviso or a Pontiac where you won your first game and you're playing against 8 great teams. And you get to see what might have happened if the season had continued.
Well, I've seen that today. The energy, the passion that these kids have played with today is they've been really charged up.
You're not going to throw that over Bryce's head.
No, you're not, but Abube's back in the game with under 4 minutes to play till the half. Geezer lost it through his hands. Jewett picked it up.
Somebody's got to make a play besides Bryce. Oh.
Shot waved off as Bryce got pushed on the floor.
I think the 6 Mundelein fouls have all been committed against Bryce. I think every single foul has been committed against Bryce.
Right.
Is that right?
Was that one on Abube?
I didn't hear the call. It happened before Abube got there,
That's
but maybe
what I thought.
maybe they're just
he just
taking
went to
him
the
out.
bench. I don't know.
Wow, Geezer almost caught that ball like instinctually. That would have been going the other way. Mundelein's showing me something here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're hanging in there tough.
Oh.
Jewett threw it away. Fought for it, but Hopkins somehow came up with it.
To the rim.
Geezer, short pull-up jumper, no good.
Geezer was the one who hit that game-winning shot against Loyola to put Fenwick in the championship.
He can shoot. Geezer really can shoot.
I think they're confused. Some guys are man, some guys are zone. Now they situated themselves.
Coach Peck was telling us that story about Geezer where he had to shoot, what was the drill? 2 shots from each spot on the floor. Corner, wing, top,
5
corner,
spots.
5 spots. 2 shots from each, and he had to make 2 from each spot consecutively in 2 minutes. And if he missed one, he had to start over. And he went around, he hit 8 in a row, missed the 9th, started over, hit 9 in a row, missed the 10th, started over, and then on his 3rd try, made 10 in a row.
Bryce is getting killed.
Jewett on the follow, though.
That's the second time Denham's missed the shot and went back up and got it. I think he's learning from Bryce. Every time Bryce misses layups, he winds up going back and getting them.
He's padding his rebounding stats.
Ooh, this could be a...
Oh, he missed the shot, though.
That would have been a highlight. We got to clean that floor so somebody doesn't fall in that same spot. Can't guard Bryce like that. And one.
Yes.
And one.
Bryce Hopkins with the shake and the score.
Okay. It's going to be a 2-point game here. Every Fenwick game goes down to the wire. I wish I had all their stats of all their games, their overtime games, their 1-point games. The 2 losses they have, one was by a 75-foot shot by Louis the Legend Lesman, and the other one was Brother Rice, the sophomore, hit a shot at the buzzer of the corner. They were down 1, and he made the shot. Other than that, Fenwick's perfect, besides 2 shots at buzzers, and now Fenwick has had their share, too, of buzzer beaters as well.
And for Fenwick, it's really been the end of quarters that have killed them so far this year. They've had trouble, no matter what quarter it is, closing out, getting to the break. And when they make a little run here, pull it back within 2 points, it's important for them to finish on a high note going into the locker room, keep this game as close as possible. Bicus with it up top.
They've been mixing it up defensively here, that 1-3-1 now.
Wide open is Baker. He misses that one, too. Abube poked it away. Bicus down with the rebound, but he lost it and a foul called.
Coach Peck not happy, not getting that 50-50 ball.
McHugh checks back in.
You hope for all these seniors that they finish strong, that they finish with a great last game.
Blake Peters sure finished strong today.
Oh, my God, was he
People
good.
are just watching this one.
He finished strong today, but he's got another day to play.
He just
Now Abube with 2 guarding.
His first career matchup with Simeon coming tomorrow. Madej.
Shot fake.
Shot fake and missed.
Fenwick's going to need somebody else to step up if they're going to win this game. Somebody's got to make shots. Somebody's got to make plays.
This one could go down to the wire. It's a 2-point game with 1:10 till the half.
Mundelein scored 2 points this quarter.
And that's when Abube's back in the game.
Good help right there.
Abube
Great
poked
hands
away.
right there.
Look careless with the basketball.
Oh,
And
my.
now Hopkins
How did he
fights
do
through
that?
traffic.
1-on-3. Just give me the whole team.
We are tied 48 seconds until the break.
You better put a saddle on his back because they are riding him. Riding him hard. Start whipping that colt.
30 seconds.
.25 seconds to go.
Mustangs will hold for 1.
I like trapping that right there when they walk into kind of a trap. I like trapping it because they're playing for 1. Even if they pass out of it, well, that's an early shot.
It is, but Rooney just
over
missed
the
it.
back.
Abube comes down and puts it home.
Why did he call a timeout? Mundelein called a timeout with 4 seconds to go. Not seen that before. Maybe he wanted to get Abube out of the game, make sure he didn't get his 3rd foul in the half.
He almost got it right there in that rebound.
He should have got. Tommy, give me the graphic. Give me the graphic. Flood Brothers.
I don't know, Rick. I
love the graphic.
Let the boys play. I don't mind that. No call.
Okay,
like that,
you
no
guys
call.
do what you want to do, but we gotta say Flood Brothers, the garbage call of the game.
Why?
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. If you're not laughing looking at that.
Are you getting paid per appearance of this thing? Is that what it is?
Well, listen, Flood was the only group that stepped up beside Chipotle and say, hey,
it's
we
great.
want to sponsor high school basketball.
Good for them. We're happy to hear it.
Listen,
It was a struggle to get sponsors down the stretch.
it's been a struggle to get everything. Everything's been hard except for you, the young Bob Costas, and Joe, the guru of high school basketball. Tommy, spinning the dials.
It's been a fun little run here.
Come on, Bryce. Money. Oh. Okay, good half. 29-27, close game.
Close game it is. It's a 2-point lead
Are
for
we gonna-
Mundelein, but that's 5 points in the quarter. So were they outscored what?
5. I thought you got a 28 on your ACT or a 32. They had 25, didn't they?
No, they had 24.
Oh, they had 24. My bad.
That's okay.
I said 25 because I was thinking they'd get like 100.
No, that's okay.
That's okay. I should never, I got 16 on my ACT. You were on the 35,
But snuck his way into the
36.
Harvard of the Midwest.
Bradley.
Yeah, you know it.
I didn't get in Harvard, so I went to Bradley.
Did
I got in Princeton.
Did you tell Blake Peters that?
No, I didn't want to tell Blake that. Okay, Joe, are we going to take a break? Or are we just going to break it down? We're going to just sit and have we're going to have a cocktail and a cigar and just talk basketball for 10 minutes right now?
Well, I can't eat any more pizza. So.
But
I
how
can't
about
either.
answering questions?
Oh,
How about if
all
I
right. How about-
pepper you?
can I
How about
pull-
if I pepper you?
I
Because
don't know
this
if-
is it for us.
Hold on. I don't know if there's a way to pull up the bathing suit photo that got tweeted at us up on the live stream. But take a look at
Let me
this. This
see.
Oh, my.
Who tweeted that?
Imagine Rick Malnati
see.
wearing that at the
I
Hendrickson
know.
pool.
That's what I'm talking about. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
All right, well, let's see what it is.
That's the two-piecer.
That's Joe Luft.
I like Joe. Get Joe a gift card at Malnati's.
That's what he's asking for. Send
Is
me
he?
a box. Send me a box of deep dishes, and this gem is yours.
Wow. I love it.
He's got it in his drawer.
I love. This is like inside the NBA. We're putting those, what are those called when they put the pictures up there like we did with the garbage can? What are those things called?
What?
The pictures, when they add stuff to the pictures, there's a name for it like these days. A meme.
Oh, thank you. There you go.
Thank you.
You're asking a guy who's social media illiterate.
Illiterate. I don't even know what social media is.
I'm social media illiterate. I had to learn how to use Twitter for this specifically. So if anyone has any issues.
For real?
Yeah, I was not a.
Not Twitter at all.
I had it, but I didn't use it
Okay.
much. I didn't really care about it.
Hey,
Interesting.
but Nick, listen,
Yeah.
you go get
You know
yourself
what?
a little slice, and I'm going to pepper Joe during halftime. I got
All right, no, go ahead.
55 questions I'm going to pepper you with, Joe. Okay.
Nobody ever asked
Your
me. Nobody ever asked
takeaways.
me any question.
Yeah, we're not doing geometry or geography or
All right.
calculus. Hey, Joe, takeaways from a COVID-shortened season.
Oh, I mean, there's too many. That's a bad question.
You don't like it?
That would take the whole half. There's so many. Next question. I don't like that one. If we got 55, I got like 3 passes.
Okay. How allowing college athletes an extra year of eligibility affects seniors this year?
The bad part is that not only going to affect some seniors, we don't know what the trickle-down effect's going to be. We don't know, the junior class. It affects people for sure.
But can you answer me this? Why are they getting an extra year? They played the full year.
I 100%
Why didn't they wait? Why didn't they
agree.
wait for that?
I've said that from the beginning.
Premature.
Wait and see. Yes. I mean, now they've really – not only that, the problem, Rick, is it's not even for the seniors. If you're a freshman, you get an extra year. So,
Right.
I mean, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, every single one of them gets an extra year if they want it during their college career.
Well, I think not only is it bad, but I think it's going to even add to the transfers. Just add to them because they get a free year, they sit out. It's like
Well, and once the transfer rule comes into play where you're going to – that's going
that'll
to happen
kill
eventually.
mid-major basketball.
Where everybody's granted one free transfer, that's going to – you think transfers are bad now.
Well, I think there were 500 already in the transfer portal.
I mean, there's over 1,200 last year, 1,400. I
Ridiculous.
guess if there's a transfer rule, there'd be, 2,000.
Okay, is there a correlation between kids that transfer in high school and kids that transfer in college?
I think if you're equating it, one means the other is going to happen. No, I mean, I think it can lend itself to, but I just think the transfer thing is our cultural society. I think it starts at the AAU world, where you're bouncing around from team to team, finding the right fit. Things go bad, I'm leaving. From that perspective, as well as what we're seeing in the NBA, which that has trickled down, where, I can –
Demanding trades?
Well, demanding trades and teaming up with other guys. And
Yeah,
we're older, and it's different than what we watched in the NBA, whether it was Karl Malone or Isaiah Thomas or Jordan or Bird or Magic. They all stayed put, but Reggie Miller, I don't know. But I think part of that is that, and then the other part is they're just used to it. They're used to moving, and society is kind of, used to frown upon transfers. Now it's just the norm.
Okay, I like the answer. Surprise teams this year in the state of Illinois high school.
I think Brother Rice in the Catholic League, for
Agreed.
sure. We're 11-1. Not a ton of high-profile guys. Brother Rice, New Trier, the old Trevians.
Only a surprise to you.
Well, I mean, they
give them some love, Joe.
Well, they graduated 4-stars or 5-stars from a year ago, so yeah, they surprised me.
Yeah.
12-2. The unbeaten team, DeKalb, they're 18-0. It's definitely in the public league. Brooks has been a little bit of a surprise in the Red South Central. They're undefeated in the Red South Central. So I don't know when they play Simeon next week, or if they do with the scheduling. But it's Brooks that's undefeated right now in that league.
Okay, I like that. Teams that didn't play up to expectations.
Too negative of a topic in this COVID year.
Oh,
next
come
question.
on, Joe.
Teams that didn't live up.
I mean, was there a team that was ranked really high and for whatever reason just didn't live up to expectations?
Off the top of my head.
You don't have one?
No, I don't have one.
Okay, I got you. Will Porter Mosier still be at Loyola if they make a run, even if they don't make a run?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they make a run. And I'm not saying he's leaving. I'm just saying that.
Well, he's going to be a hot commodity.
Right. We talked a little bit about it earlier. it's just the nature of the beast in college basketball. When you are a hot mid-major coach at a hot mid-major program, you're just the name that high majors are gravitating towards, and he deserves every look he gets. But I know he's got one focus right now. They are NCAA tournament bound.
For sure.
And I was talking with him this week about it and just kind of hoping for that 7 seed, stay out of that 8-9 game. That'd be great for Loyola if they could be a 7 seed instead of that 8. I'd rather be a 10 seed than that 8-9. That 8-9 is just a jackhammer of a game. You got to face the 1 seed in the second round. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Loyola can sneak up into that number 7 slot.
So what do you think is a perfect fit for Porter? I mean, what he did at Loyola is nothing short of a miracle. I mean, come on.
Nah, people don't realize the rebuild of there.
Oh,
because they were in the Horizon League when he took over. And he was just starting to try to assemble a talent to compete in the Horizon League.
Yeah.
And just when he was ready to, they moved to the Missouri Valley, which is definitely a step up from the Horizon League.
Step up, but still a 1-bid league.
Right. And so you're talking about a coach who rebuilt not only that, but just like the recruiting's part of it, but it's the culture part of it. It's the upgraded facilities that they've had, the resources. All of it goes into play when you're a head coach at a mid-major.
Well, and he's done all that.
Right.
I mean, he's a guy that checks all the boxes. He does it the right way.
Yeah, personable, personality. I mean,
huge energy.
Right.
And he is a magnificent X's and O guy, like off the charts. Okay. So I hope Porter does what's best for Porter and his family. Early looks at team for next year. Who's your preseason number 1 team for next year, prior to transfers?
I think it's probably the team we just watched, even though they did lose. I think Young will probably be the preseason number 1 next year. I look at next year. I'm always looking ahead. That's why this year was a big disappointment for me and high school basketball fans. I just felt like this year you had some really upper echelon teams that were going to really make this season pretty special. You had high-profile players in Max Christie at Rolling Meadows and Bryce Hopkins. You had new teams on the horizon, like a Mundelein and a Rolling Meadows, that haven't been around like that. So this was the year I was like, okay, this is going to be a really cool high school basketball season. Next year, this junior class is not real deep. It's not super talented. And usually what makes a great high school basketball season is a great collection of seniors. So I'm a little pessimistic about next year.
Okay. The move from Peoria to Champaign for the state finals.
Love it. Great move. Had to do it. It was a must. I've been doing it about Peoria for a long, long time. It was dead. Absolutely dead.
Okay. Last question before we get back to the game. Will we have old coaches that stay at school like we used to for over 20 years, like Coach Bailey?
No, it's just too much of a grind. I mean, I really respect and appreciate all those longtime coaches. There are so many more dynamics that go into the job now at the high school level than ever before, and it's become more of a 12-month job than it ever was before. I think that wears on you. You see guys stepping away now. Usually it's for family reasons because it just takes up too much time. Yeah. So I don't think we'll see. You think about these guys like the Gordy Kirkmans and Gene Pingators and these long-lasting coaches that coach 40 years. I just don't think we're going to see that very often.
Okay, let's get back to hoop. Let's bring back our youngster. Welcome him back, Bob.
Thank
the young
you.
Bob Costas.
You did great with your 55 questions. Back at it from St. Patrick. One more half of basketball to play in the first round of the Chipotle Clash of Champions. The Mundelein Mustangs with a 2-point lead over Fenwick. Jewett pulls up, knocks it down.
Well, they've been daring him to shoot all day. They got a boobay on him, and he's playing way off. Denham needs to step up and knock that 15-foot shot down. That's the second time they ran that play where they just cleared out a side and let Bicus just penetrate.
Bit of a question mark before the half on who the foul on Hopkins was called on for Mundelein. It was not on Abube. He only has 2. but because of those 2 fouls, spent a large majority of the first half on the bench and got called for a travel right there.
Pretty good footwork. I didn't see the travel, but I don't think it was that bad that I got to bring up our graphic.
No, I don't think so.
You know, Abube is just coming along offensively still, going to Southern Illinois. Big bodies, big men are so hard to find in recruiting.
Bicus got a hand on that, tipped out of bounds off the jump shot from Stevenson.
TJ struggling shooting the basketball.
Bube having a solid year, averaging a double-double, beyond solid for that matter. 14.2 points per game, over 12 rebounds per game, shooting 66% from the floor. But Fenwick able to hold him to just 4 points in the first half, and as I said before, part of that was because of how much time he spent on the bench in foul trouble.
Can't let TJ get a little gun shy. He missed a couple shots, still got to shoot the basketball.
Hopkins lets it fly. That's a brick. Bube comes down with it, pushes it ahead for Bicus.
Somebody's got to step up for Fenwick.
Baker traveled, left his feet. Baker with a nice first half as well, 11 points for the senior wearing number 1, the leading scorer in that half for the Mustangs.
Mundelein had flow going in the first quarter. Fenwick's never had flow. 29-29. It's just been a game without a lot of flow.
My other question too with this part of the season of this season is how tired are they? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Their legs. Be interesting tomorrow's games when they're coming back and playing right away. This is something no one's ever done in high school basketball.
Play with a mask on?
Well, throw that in too. But 15 games in 20-some days.
Oh.
I've heard it from a lot of coaches in the last week or so about we're on fumes. We got a lot of banged up, dinged up guys, and I think that what you're bringing up is I think that does contribute a little bit to that flow, that stagnation of basketball and free flowing, fluid game.
Gets it down low to Abube, up and under is good.
Good catch by Abube.
Great pass by Bicus.
5:45 to play in the third quarter. The Mustangs took the lead once again on that bucket from Scotty Abube. He now has 6 points. Geezer has been quiet so far. Tried to go to the basket, lost it. Rooney picks it up. Bicus has numbers but takes it himself. What a finish right there from Jack Bicus. Has gone right a couple of times today.
Fenwick's got to pick it up. They got to pick it up a little bit. Offensively, they're stagnant. Got to get Bryce a touch inside.
That one rattles out. And Jewett is called for a foul on the loose ball.
Yeah, I'm getting Bryce inside. I'm seeing if I can pick up that another foul on Abube.
And I think if you do that, you make the perimeter shooters all of a sudden become effective because they're going to have to triple team Bryce. Fenwick again going 1-3-1.
Bicus stops, pops, back of the rim, no good.
It'd be nice if Fenwick got something in transition.
Good look from Hopkins to Jewett, and 2 points for the Friars.
You see that skill passing. Bryce has always had very good vision and just a skill to pass the basketball. For a guy who scores 25, 26 points a night, he can make some people better around him.
There again,
Not even
Fenwick
close
running
from
out.
Bicus. Here comes Stevenson. No look pass to Jewett once again.
2 easy baskets in a row. Those have been hard to come by for Fenwick, and again we're tied.
33-33, 4:15 to play in the third.
Traveled.
Little happy feet right there. 3 travels in this quarter already for the Mustangs. And a mass timeout with 4:13 to play in the quarter. 33-33 in the second half of our final game in the quarterfinal round of the Chipotle Clash of Champions. Tomorrow it'll be Simeon and Evanston and DePaul Prep and the winner of this game. Games at 11 1 and 7 for the championship. Those will be on ESPN3. There's a look at the bracket right there. It's been a great run for No Fans in the Stands TV.
Speaking of the players on fumes, I'm looking at Rick, and I think he might be on some fumes.
He
here.
was making a face. Did I say something wrong? I was like,
Give me one of those 5-hour energies. I need something. I ate too much pizza too, Joe.
See, there you go. I knocked out 5 pieces.
Oh, I went a couple myself, but they were good.
once again, a shout out to our sponsors, Lou Malnati's Pizzeria, Dot Productions, Tommy, spinning the wheels, spinning the dials, whatever we call it. Here from St. Patrick High School, nice enough to host
our newest
the first round
sponsor,
of the tournament.
Flood
Oh, the Flood
Brothers.
Brothers. Well, they've got enough publicity with all the bad calls we've had today. There really haven't been that many.
Flood Brothers.
The Flood Brothers. And Mike's Chili, we'll throw it out there one more time.
Mike's Chili, come on. Come on. Go ahead, Denham. You got a good matchup. You can take him off the bounce, kid. Play with confidence.
33-33. We get back to basketball. Hopkins
Atta
to the corner,
boy,
and Jewett
Denham.
knocks it down.
Atta boy, play with some confidence.
Denham Jewett gives the Friars a 3-point lead. Is that their first lead of the night?
It might have been.
You do feel like Fenwick's settling in a little bit. They're making things difficult right now defensively for Mundelein
Good pass.
as they get a wide open look.
Good
Rooney.
pass.
There he is, number 12.
A group of seniors are not going to go down easy.
Hopkins answers, though, on the other end of the floor.
You can't let him get a clean look.
He's got to have at least 20-some, doesn't he?
Well, Fenwick's got 39. He probably's got 20.
They went
Oh,
for the
he
steal. I
traveled.
know you hate it.
Well,
And
you
Abube finished with the flush.
You don't get the steal, you put your team in a disadvantage, especially on the post.
2:50 to play in the third.
Again, they're
Abube
just
still daring Jewett
daring
to shoot.
Denham to shoot it. Denham's got the advantage driving on him a little bit, creating stuff.
Hopkins gets a screen from Madej. The pick
Good
and pop.
shot fake.
Shot fake to the corner.
Can he
Jewett.
do it 2 in a row?
No, he can't.
But he
Rebound.
gets it right back, and he's going
Back
to
to him off
attack.
the tip from Hopkins.
Oh, that's money.
Geezer's wide
That's
open.
money.
No. Rare wide open miss from David Geezer, and here comes Jack Bikus and the Mustangs. And a frustration foul near the
I really
Mundelein
like
bench from David
Bikus.
Geezer.
I like Bikus.
He's been
game.
aggressive, playing with some confidence, 3-year starter. He's just, take a little bit bigger load with Enright gone, and
Yeah, he's showing his game now. He's got the ball in his hands, driving it, shooting it, making other people better. That's deep.
That is deep. Just a little bit short
and they're
from Trey
gonna,
Baker.
If they can go, they got an advantage. If they can go, if they can push.
We'll try it here. Stevenson pulls it back out. They wait for the numbers.
Yeah, didn't put any pressure on the defense with that dribble.
A 1-point lead for Fenwick. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hopkins dribbling to the right.
Wow.
Gets inside, and that's the third foul on Abube.
Okay. Everybody in the gym knows he's taking the ball to the rim. Mundelein doing a good job of not guarding guys, and he's still effective. Come on, Joe. Player of the year, are you kidding me?
tough matchup right there.
I mean, he's playing against 3 defenders every time he touches the ball. What a career.
Well, the other thing, Rick, that you talk about Bryce Hopkins is that he stayed at Fenwick. In this day and age,
Yeah,
he
pay
was,
to go to school.
Private school, he's courted by other schools. Not to mention,
Courted's a bad word, Joe.
well,
Illegally
illegally
talked to.
whatever, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And then Bryce family, they have an opportunity to, when high school basketball is up in the air, uncertain in Illinois.
Yep. Easy. It would have been easy to leave.
Easy to bolt, go to a prep school. He stayed put, played with his high school the entire time.
That's a credit to the family.
Yeah.
Credit to the parents.
Here comes Baker down the lane, kicks it out for Rooney. Rooney draws a double team, now throws it away. Jewett gives it up for Hopkins and lost it out of bounds, but a foul called.
It was something little right there, but did you see that catch?
Yeah. Yes. That's
threw
not
it-
little.
he-
That's not something little.
He threw it at his head in the open court, and he snatched it. Got to the rim, no turnover, didn't lose control of it.
Didn't even look like he thought about it. Like, stuck to his fingertips, but had it knocked away. So now Hopkins at the line once again. First one is good. Extends the lead to 4 for Fenwick. 1:37 to play. You see the clock in the upper right-hand corner of your screen.
Big possession here for Mundelein. Big possession.
Mundelein, the number 3 team in the state, came into this one at 13-1, trying to fend
Number
off
3 team in the
Fenwick.
state missing their Division I point guard and playing their brains out here. Sharon Edwards getting a little look at the bottom of that zone. A good pass.
Oh, wow.
Really good
pass and an even better finish from Sam Atade.
Fenwick might play for one here.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. It's still a 3-point lead for the Fenwick Friars.
There's no way Bubik's going to come out and guard here. Why do that? Unless they're going to play. If they're going to hold the ball.
Jewett really wanted it.
Well, as long as he's going to guard, if they get a lead, they can take 8 minutes off the quarter because he cannot go out there and guard Denham. Yeah, Denham's got a great matchup. Just let him drive the big boy. That's
Switch
a
it
good
off
switch.
now, yep.
It's a good switch. Well-coached team. Mundelein's a well-coached team.
20 seconds. Hopkins with the ball.
They might as well run all 5 at Bryce. He'll make the right play. He'll make the right play. He'll make the right pass.
Asks for the screen from Madej. Madej gets the screen, gets it back. Baseline, no good. Fought for the rebound, and that's the buzzer. Baker didn't get it off, and that will send us to the final quarter of basketball on day 1. The Fenwick Friars with a 3-point lead and 8 minutes to play.
We're down to 8 minutes together, guys.
It's been a good run.
Last
Can we
three
start
rounds.
reminiscing now?
From the start to the finish, from the first phone call, Joe, saying, hey, what do you think if we did this? And you saying, I remember you saying, I'm really down on basketball right now. I don't even, I said, Joe, that's going to change. No, this is going to be a hard season.
He rescued you.
Come all the way.
Rick saved me.
All the
Rick
way.
dug deep and
All the way back, Joe.
brought me out of the abyss.
All the way back. And we've had some fun. We've had some great individual performances. We've got to see some great teams. We've had, you talk about players during this, coaches during this. Here's a season where they didn't have any summer with their team. The fall, they got a few contact days. Chicago Public didn't, but the regular schools outside Chicago did. And then you get to a situation where, how are you going to cut a kid? Like, how are you going to cut a kid this year during COVID where they're not going to school, like, just for the emotional, harm sometimes. Kids dream about being on the basketball team, on the varsity basketball team. So now you keep 17 kids, like a lot of these guys do. And then, it's human nature. You don't play, you complain, and you're not happy, even though you're on the team. It's just been.
And a lot of them had to coach differently because of Because of everything.
With no preparation.
With no preparation, how you handle the kids, your expectations of your players. You can only have certain expectations in this season of your individual players.
But as a coach, you know, you're preparing after games and you're playing the next day. Usually you can give kids a day off. You might get a day off. These coaches didn't get a day off. So hand it to the coaches.
Bube inside, right at Geezer.
Really nice play by Coach Bagley out of that timeout. They got exactly what they wanted. A touch for their Division I player on the block.
43-42, Fenwick lead. Stevenson going left and got hacked.
Class move there by Bicus, helping TJ up. Smart play by Coach Peck, too. He said whoever Abube's guarding, we're going to get him involved in a ball screen. What are they going to do? How are they going to guard that? TJ needed to see the ball go through the hoop.
Yeah, had a tough start to his night shooting. Airballed a couple of threes early.
But making a couple free throws here, put him right back on track.
No doubt about it. TJ Stevenson with a chance to extend the lead to 3. That he does. 7.5 minutes to play.
This is going to go down to the wire. This is going to be a last.
No, he's going to feel it again.
Yep, I got that feeling.
Seen some great F performances, though. Blake Peters shot.
Oh, my
T.Y.
God.
Johnson scored 32 points. Bryce is probably inching close to 30.
That was nice by Abube. Best on best right there. Put a shoulder in the chest of Bryce Hopkins and finished at the rim. .7:12 on the clock. Jewett to inbound.
They're going to come around with the screen for Geezer.
There's Geezer. He's been off just a little bit tonight. I think 1 of 4 from three-point range. And now Baker pulls it up and sets it out.
Big boy one-on-one with Bryce.
Good spin move. Whoa.
Good spin move. He's showing me something.
Future Saluki.
So
he didn't play for the Wolves. He didn't play for the Wolves, did he?
Yeah.
He did play for the Wolves?
Yes.
A future teammate of D'Amico, is that right?
Correct, yes.
So
could be your
that'll be a
future
good combination.
5-4 man down the road.
Yeah.
Oh, he cannot shoot free throws. I'm telling you.
What gave that away?
Well, I saw a previous game. Yeah, I don't want to criticize, but that thing doesn't go up there that easy there. Yeah. Wow.
Stevenson with the scoop and score.
You know, it's going to be hard to have him on the court at the end of the game. Mundelein got a feeling they need a basket right here.
Atade saw nobody in
Great
front of him,
pass.
goes to the rim, gets it back from Abube, and now it's stolen away by Hopkins.
You better foul him. You better foul him because you ain't going to stop him from getting there.
Baker tried to poke it away from behind, now picks up his man.
Yep, they're going to get Abube in a ball screen. Denham setting the ball screen. Now they got the matchup they want with Bryce.
Switch it back.
Yeah, allow him to switch it back.
Jewett's wide open for 3. Missed it. Rebound by Stevenson. Up, no good. Abube down with the rebound. Still a 3-point lead for Fenwick. 5:40 to go. Vigas with a jab step. Now goes left. Finishes with the right hand.
Big time. Big time.
That's a nice small college basketball recruit, man. I mean, he has played well.
I really have liked his game. Ooh, better not play with the ball. Usually a box set, they get Bryce a touch on the block. They go high-low. Denham taking him. Oh, he got hit.
Follow by Madej, though, is good.
Denham got hurt, his hand.
Yeah, Denham slow to come back down the floor. Missed shot by Bikes, rebound by Madej. Jewett stays in the ball game, holding his right wrist though.
He's lefty, he'll be okay.
.440 on the clock in the fourth quarter.
They're just running another guy. They're just leaving TJ. Turn and look.
Stevenson, short baseline jumper, and they tested him, and he passed that test right there.
Onions. Onions.
Working with Raftery here.
Atade had it on the block, kicks it out. Baker from the elbow. Baker no good. Madej with the rebound.
Okay, 4 minutes to go. Fenwick up 5. This is a big possession defensively for Mundelein. A big
seed
possession.
Mundelein down 5 against the 6 seed Fenwick. Winner plays
Rice
DePaul
with
in the
3
next
people
round.
on him. Big
Madej
shot
from the corner.
for Madej.
No good. Abube with the rebound.
Good look for Fenwick. No quitting Bikes. I think we got a mass timeout. This is our last mass timeout of our lives, Joe.
Hopefully.
They've been fun.
We are wearing masks next year. We are fans in the stands, TV.
Fans in the stands coming back for a...
No. No, we're putting this to bed, baby. Putting this to bed.
Born 2021, died 2021.
Yeah, it was a 1 year run. It was a 1 year run.
A 5-week run.
5 week company.
Run.
Are you cheering over there, Tommy?
Hey, you think we get a PPE loan?
Are you excited we're done?
Can we get a PPE loan? Can you put in for that? The company's going bankrupt. Oh my God. But thank God for our sponsors.
Yeah, our sponsors coming up big. Lou Malnati's your own pocket.
Oh, right out of the pocket. Oh, look at the trophy.
That is a good looking trophy.
Who's that good looking guy looking at looks like the Chicago Bean? Who's the guy behind the bean?
Oh, I thought you were calling O'Brien the Bean.
I wasn't calling O'Brien the Bean. I'm saying the trophy, it's a reflector. They're playing for that. I thought it was going to be just a big, like, one of those sombreros with guacamole in it. And winners got all they could eat guac. At the Chipotle Classic, we're going to hand this off to Dave Claflin tomorrow. Him and his partner, Jay Hood. Jay Hood, I think, a Catholic school guy. I think he might have been a De La Salle guy. Cap was like a Niles East guy. Not a lot of tradition at Niles East. They had to close that school. Five-point game with 4 minutes to go, and people are dwindling.
The viewers are leaving.
They've had enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
stolen away.
Oh, what
ahead.
A pass!
Look at that. And Jewett got fouled.
Good foul, but what a play by TJ Stevenson. Getting that ball and advancing it. Jewett, a kid that is a defensive back in football, looked like a wide receiver that time. Pushing it over triple figures, Joe.
Oh, it's been a long day for us, too. We apologize to all of our listeners out there.
A little slap happy.
Yeah, exactly. The pizza doesn't help.
Just I'm thinking about myself in a bathing suit. Where's that?
We'll get Kaplan to throw it up there tomorrow.
Okay. We're looking at 6 with 3:40 to go. Anytime Fenwick wants to take time off the clock, they can. Some matchup problems. Look for Bikes to make another play.
He gets double teamed, though.
Yeah, but double team, but they didn't go body to body on him.
Yeah, Bube going baseline, slides it down low to Manning.
I'd follow Bube. Got to go all the way to his body. Can't stand 3 feet short. You're in no man's land. Great adjustment. Great adjustment by putting Bikes at the free throw line. Gonna be no quitting Mundelein. We got another overtime game on the horizon here.
Are you calling it now?
I'm not calling it yet, but I just got a inkling.
Can't argue with the quality of basketball it's been over the past 3 games. Simeon really ran away with the first one, but after that, of course, Evanston down to the wire with Notre Dame, and then DePaul Prep really controlled the game against Whitney Young, but an upset nonetheless. It had us sticking around till the very end. This one looks to do the same. Manning hit the second free throw, cut the deficit to 4, but with 3:10 to play, this one is far from over. Fenwick with the ball.
Oh, they're going to try and, Denham just go get the ball every time. You don't have to play around. Just have Denham go get the ball. He's got a Bube guard him. He can't guard him. 4-point game. Bryce, good matchup. Denham, great matchup. Don't waste your dribble, Denham. Just hold the ball. He can't guard you. Now they're running 2. That's smart. Still not in the bonus. Still not in the bonus. 2:31 to go. 4-point game.
Chewing clock at this point. If you're Fenwick, 2:30 to go.
Coach Bagley
calling
timeout.
When's the trip to Arizona?
Sunday.
Wow.
Got a tea time Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's a good
4 days
any
of
spring
golf.
training?
I don't care about baseball right now. Are they letting people? I don't think they're even letting. It's like 20%. You couldn't get a ticket when it was 100% in spring training.
You can find your way in.
I don't know anybody, Joe.
Very happy to hear that the Chicago ballparks will be open, or at least at 20% come opening day.
Are we live streaming any Major League Baseball, Tom? Are we getting contracts? Anybody hiring us?
No fans in the stands.
Tommy from Dot Productions. Hey, you got a birthday party coming up? You got a bar mitzvah? You got anything going on in the house? You want to live stream a birth of a baby? Come on, let's go.
What the heck?
Not only can we live stream it, but we can do it pay-per-view now.
That might be worse than the funeral.
Oh, come on. What else can we live stream? Your kid's got a little soccer game going and you want to make it big time? His birthday party, you hire the young Bob Costas, the guru of high school basketball, Joe Hendrickson, and you get Tommy spinning the dials.
I will be new.
Michael Moy on the cameras with our good friends from Notre Dame High School, the 2 youngsters.
I will be here Friday. No analysts of any births.
Teddy Rafke and Danny Berg. Okay, they're playing 1-3-1 right now. They got to attack. Don't hold the ball and don't get in corners. This is what we talked about last game. You don't want a live ball turnover. You don't want a live ball turnover. You can't catch the ball in corners. This is the hard part, and I wasn't good coaching this either. You can't take the basket away when you're holding the ball. You still have to attack the basket. Once you attack the basket, everything opens up, whether you shoot or not. Then you can kick it out. But when you just play with it out high, trouble. We got technical difficulties.
Do we?
I think nobody can hear Tommy,
Oh.
our cameraman.
We still got that one shot locked in on the trophy. Let's pull that up again. I don't have the skill set to do that.
What do you think, Joe? My gas tank is getting close to empty right now. My ears hurt from these headphones. Wow.
Quadruple header for you.
Oh,
That'll do it.
I don't
That
think
will do it.
I can't wear headphones that long. How long is the flight to Arizona? I gotta watch what I wear on my ears. Okay, let's do a reset right here, Costas.
It's been back and forth all game, but in the second half, the Friars have taken charge, holding on to a low single-digit lead the entire time.
Fenwick's in the bonus if they get fouled. They're gonna have to make
Yes,
free
they are.
throws.
Trey Baker had a hot first half with 11 points. He's been pretty quiet in the second for Mundelein.
Don't want to go to corners. You want to get the ball in the middle and attack the basket. Don't get on your heels, TJ. Timeout. Another timeout. You can't call timeout every 5 seconds.
3 timeouts in 8 seconds.
Yep. We're running out of timeouts for Fenwick.
Minute 58 to play. Winner takes on DePaul Prep tomorrow at 1, I believe. Yeah, this game should be second, so it'll be 1 o'clock tomorrow. DePaul and the winner of this one, the earlier game, at 11 a.m. Evanston, after the big shot, the game winner from Blake Peters to take down Notre Dame, they'll play
Who are you liking that one,
Simeon.
Rick? Simeon or Evanston?
I like Simeon. But I've been wrong before, Joe.
No one
I'll
happier
tell you
than
what,
Simeon to see Whitney Young go down earlier today.
It's a battle of the guards in that game. Bryce going to go to the free throw line. Chance to extend this to 6.
Yeah, what's been very unique about Simeon over the years has been their ability to win in different ways. You know, everybody assumes a public league team runs up and down, gets it out in the open court.
Not them.
Simeon is not that way. So
discipline.
Evanston will be the one that probably plays that way more so tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think anybody ever blows Evanston out. They're too old, too much pride. I think it'll be a great game. I just think Simeon's going to win the game, but I could be wrong.
Hopkins shooting
Fenwick
plenty of free throws out of halftime, and he made them both right there.
needs a stop. They need a stop.
Bench for Fenwick
There's
is
a big
fired up.
shot right
Rooney
there.
for 3, comes up short.
Look down, Bryce. Look down, Bryce.
Bryce pushes it ahead. Jewett goes up, misses
Oh.
the dunk. Hopkins gets it. That time he finishes.
Oh, my!
That's a big guy right there.
This game's still not over, though.
No, it's not. We're keeping the Ellen Lover as Bicus back of the iron, no good.
Look at Bryce Hopkins. Look down the court.
And this time it's Geezer getting tied up, though. Ball's on the floor, picked up. Still in play. Bicus, now it's tied up and a timeout called by Mundelein.
Oh, my.
Bryce has had a heck of a game.
A heck of a game. He's had a heck of a career. Are you kidding me?
He has been
Put
on the
that
glass. He's
saddle on.
handled the ball. He scored. There he showed you some dirty work. Saving the ball, going out of bounds. That's going to be a good one. I'm wrapping this one up. I think
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not wrapping it up
Fenwick, DePaul, rematch tomorrow. 2 of the top seniors in the state, T.Y. Johnson, Bryce Hopkins. 2 teams very, very familiar with each other. We just did their game Friday night.
I think possession arrow goes to Fenwick, too. Oh, we got some
Fenwick's
moonwalking going on.
Dancing already.
Let me tell you, game's not over yet, son.
No, it's not. Minute and 13 to play. Fenwick is in the bonus. They hold an 8-point lead. It's Mundelein ball.
I almost guarantee Mundelein's going to hit a 3 on this possession. It always happens. When you're coaching and you think you got the game a little bit under wraps.
That's poked away, taken away
basket
from Baker, and Jewett got fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line, and that should do it.
I don't know.
Rick's
He's still skeptical.
As a coach, you're always worried. But I'll tell you what, if Fenwick does win, you got to look at the effort from Mundelein playing without their best player.
Yeah.
Early foul trouble with Scotty Abube. Enright out. And this 2-year run, I don't know what's left if they're playing a contest. Have you heard if they're playing any games tomorrow, any teams that lost? Have you heard of?
What's that?
Are any of these teams playing tomorrow if they lose?
That's 2 shots. No, I don't know what they're doing. That was on them.
Shouldn't this just be? That should have been.
He's got
Oh,
a
he's got.
two-shot.
It was a shooting foul. That's right.
It's a 2-shot foul. I don't know what the argument is.
I think he was maybe wondering if the foul was on the floor instead of on the shot.
Hold up the graphic.
Let's go to the replay.
Missed them both though, and inside a minute to play
Game
now.
is not over, ladies and gentlemen.
Rick trying to keep every last viewer. This game is not over. It's over.
And Hopkins draws the foul.
Bryce not going to miss any free throws.
So I think we should take a moment to recognize something that you and Mike talked about on the podcast earlier. And it's all the teams that didn't really get to play a season, because we got through our No Fans in the Stands TV broadcasts fairly well. All the teams that we were supposed to call games for, it went fairly well. Everybody played at least 10 games. We're hopefully, knock on wood, going to get through this tournament tomorrow without any issues. But one of the things you pointed out was how many teams either played 0 games or fewer than 6 throughout over the course of the state. And it's easy for us to call this season a success, but there are so many kids and so many teams and so many fans out there that didn't really get a high school basketball season.
Yeah, all these teams got to play their games for the 12, 15 games and cap it off in this type of event. When Rick put this together, he would have loved to have 16, 32-team tournament, or it just wasn't doable or possible. So you make the most out of the situation, and this tournament did that for these 8 teams.
Jewett gets a chance to try again, and he missed it again. Lost it on the way up. 3 missed dunks in a day. You don't see that very often.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to steal the ball first. So I thought he played well tonight.
But yeah, it's been a good run here. Happy to hand it over tomorrow to Kaplan and Jay Hood to finish up the Chipotle Clash of Champions for us. They'll crown a champion tomorrow.
I can
at Notre
guarantee
Dame.
there'll be no swimsuit talk tomorrow.
Are they more professional than we are? Is that what you're saying?
I'm putting my vote in right now for Bryce Hopkins Player of the Year.
Do you get a vote?
I do now. If I got a microphone, I got a vote.
I mean, I really think it's a 2-player race. I mean, there's some guys flirting with being in that race, but I mean, it's Max Christie and Bryce Hopkins. I feel bad that Rolling Meadows and Max Christie were not able to kind of venture out a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to see him. I saw him a couple times on TV. And it's all but over.
Can we get Jewett another chance at a dunk? I want to see him. I want to see him flush one home. 5 seconds to go. It's not going to happen.
Well, let's hand it to Coach Bagley and Mundelein for 2 unbelievable years. You hate for this group to never get a chance to show everything they had and get down to the promised land. But they got a chance to play in this, but they got to play it without their leader. And then let's talk about Fenwick, Fenwick and Bryce Hopkins. The only senior that plays any large minutes. And they've only lost 2 games, and those have both been at the buzzer. So, Joe, we're going to have to wrap this up, but it's been great working with you on this side.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It's also been great working with the young Bob Costas. We took him out of Northwestern, gave him a little bit different education. That's what they're playing for tomorrow, right there. Not Mike O'Brien. They're playing for that trophy. So, we're time to sign off. For the young Bob Costas, Joe the Guru, Tommy Molitor spinning the dials, Mike Moy on the camera, our boys Teddy Ratke and Danny Berg on the cameras from Notre Dame. It's Rick Malnati signing off on the Chipotle Clash of Champions. I hope the games tomorrow were as good as they were today. And that's a wrap.